Hello and welcome to the second video of the kitchen series. Last time, this is what you can see now, I was doing the flooring and now it's time to do the ceiling. My goal is to do something like a country kitchen that is maybe a century old but almost at the current time period. My plan for the ceiling is to add in some beams, some big, old looking, but very well cared for beams. I do use the same procedure as I used for the flooring. I've used the template that I've made for the flooring and created a cardboard template for the ceiling. This is what you can see here. Then I did cut some timber, which has round about 1 centimeter thickness, which is round about half an inch. And I'm going to use a technique that I found in this particular book. This book was recommended to me by an artist on Instagram, and I immediately bought it and never regret it. For this process, we do need a saw blade. Basically, it is quite easy. Take the saw, rub it across the beam or the wood, and you will see that some parts of the wood will come off very easily and some won't. And this will give the whole timber a very natural distressed look. You can make it very even, or you can make it uneven, as I did, or at least tried. You can just put all your anger in distressing the wood. But it also takes a lot of time, so you need a lot of strength in your hands and fingers. So well, this is one timber distressed to the point where I'm liking it. And you can also see these flakes on the side. I simply do take some rough sandpaper and rub them off. Here you can see a side-by-side comparison, distressed and undistressed. I decided to keep the residuals from all this distressing. I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now, but somehow it was so appealing to me to keep them. I think I will make a good use of it in the future for some other miniature projects. And here are all the 4 beams I'm going to install into the kitchen. When you take a closer look to the beams, you see some darker parts and some lighter parts. The light parts are very soft and the darker parts are made of harder wood. So the softer parts will come off more easily than the harder ones, of course, and you reveal this very natural grain. And I decided to follow the natural grain. Somehow it is very appealing to me and I want to keep it. Here I'm doing a dry fitting in the kitchen to see if I'm going to like it, if it's going to fit, or if I need to change something. Please don't mind the translucent pink rectangles that you are going to see within the video several times. I do not want to spoil you with the color choices I have made for the kitchen furniture already. Today we are only focusing on the beams. I do use acrylic paint in a creamy ivory shade and I'm watering it down. I'm doing it because I do want to have a translucent color so that I can still see the natural grain of the wood that I'm so fond of. For the next step, I do dry fit in the cardboard ceiling, but I permanently glue in the beams to the cardboard ceiling. And the main benefit of this is I can take the whole thing out and finish it before permanently putting it in. It makes things much easier. I've also done some cardboard templates for the walls so that I can finish it in one step with the ceiling and put them all in one go. For the ceiling and for the walls, I do want to have an almost clay-like uneven look. So I'm using a compound here which is made to smooth wood that you put into holes or grains that you don't want to have. I'm just adding it to the cardboard and try to not make it as even as I can, but also not to make it too uneven. Then I start coloring it with the same acrylic paint that I used for the beams, but in its origin state, with no addition water, because I don't want the cardboard or the compound to shine through. I do follow the same procedure for the wall panels. And then it's finally time to put the ceiling permanently into its place. I also wanted to install the wall panels, but you can see I've done a huge mistake. I measured these templates without the ceiling installed. Now I have to reshape them. Yay! They're finally in! But now you can see some gaps, which I'm going to fill with the same compound that I've used for the clay-like finish of the ceiling and the walls, covering it with paint, and I call it done. And by now you should know what that means. Let's give it some love. We're at the end of the video. Please like, maybe subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye bye.